Whoops, hang on. This is not the... That's my VLC media player. That's not Metroid Prime. This is... Hang on. It's gonna show up. It's gonna show up any second now. Wait. There we go. This is my Metroid Prime. Hello, and welcome back to another Metroid Monday. We're back. We're gonna finish Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. and in so doing, we're gonna finish the Metroid Prime trilogy. So yeah, it should be fun. I don't remember super much about how this game ends, so this will be interesting. I know there's like some things I still have to do. Like, we're not just gonna immediately go fight the final boss right now, but I don't remember exactly what all the steps are, so it'll be interesting to like re-figure out how this game ends. And then after that, we're gonna get into the very exciting era of Metroid history where they just released nothing except stinkers for a while. So this will be the last good one for a couple weeks. So we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, Pirate Homeworld. So last time we infiltrated the Pirate Homeworld. We defeated Omega Ridley at the core of the Leviathan, and now our task, helpfully, they're reminding us, is to board the Leviathan battleship, which is floating up there. And we're gonna get there through this pirate command, which we will reach that by breaking the phazon grapple thingy down here in the command station that we previously couldn't open. But now we can because we've unlocked the hyper grapple technique. So we're gonna head up here, and we're gonna take the elevator to the second floor and just head right in and check it out. See what's chatting. With a successful strike on the Pirate Homeworld, hopefully we won't have to deal with them for at least one video game. Alright. Boy, they just got goop everywhere around here, huh? Right, so this thing, we can now charge up and grapple onto this and go overload it with phazon energy. And then expel the rest of it, and we're on our way. Train station. Map of the transit pathway is currently in station 2A. Let's call for the train. Kind of interesting that the train seemingly does not run on like a schedule, but instead just like whenever someone calls for the train to show up, it just shows up wherever. I guess if your train is fast enough, you can get away with it. Anyways, we're heading down to the command center. Opening up. I do like the contrast. I don't know if it was an intentional contrast or not, but like the Chozo and a lot of the other like peace-loving like aliens in the Prime series, all of their transportations are usually elevators. They're vertical transport up and down axis, and the space pirates, as like the antagonist species, their main form of transport is trains that move strictly on a horizontal axis. I don't know if that was an intentional contrast or just a fun happenstance, but I think it's cool to. It's a funny bit of contrast. Like you could read into that if you wanted to. Like the fact that the space pirates are like the only people who don't use elevators. Energy shields online, blocking access to portal powered by a nearby source. Scans detect the telluric alloy within the grating has weakened. Oh wait, no, telluric alloy is bombs. What's that? Oh, terminal powering energy shield. Oh, I'm getting the phone call.
We have received new data from AU-217. A planet was detected at the epicenter from where the Leviathan telemetry originated.
I see.
We have named this planet Phase.
Phase. Okay. Power down this shield generator. Primary warp system online. Access to orbiting Leviathan granted. Enter hologram to initiate warp. Ooh, I forgot about this warp cutscene. Very funny. Oh. Wow, look at all these things looking back at me. Leviathan optical organism. Target appears to be sensitive to any type of weapon fire. And that's the core. Portion of Leviathan's core, invulnerable to all weaponry. And this teleports me back. And this control terminal commands the Leviathan operate terminal to gain control. Alright, we'll just plug my arm cannon right on there.
Samus, it seems command codes are needed to gain control of the Leviathan.
Ah.
We have detected that the abandoned ship Valhalla has not been fully explored. It is possible that it still holds the answer to some mysteries. Return to the Valhalla and search for the command codes.
Alright, bit blunt, but I guess they couldn't really think of a better way to tell you to explore the Valhalla for the answer, but yeah, so we need to go explore the Valhalla. That's what we shall do. So teleport me back down. Which the Valhalla is... It is... I think I've touched on this before, but it's this game's version of the classic artifact hunt thing. Where... But I also think it is the best version of the artifact hunt, honestly. Because the energy cell things, those have been around in a lot of places. And if I remember right, you don't need to get every single energy cell. You just need to get enough to open the specific pathway to the code that you need. And then on top of that, the fact that you can like get incremental progress and other small rewards from getting like some of the cells makes it more fun to collect them and not just a, oh, I need these to end the game sort of thing. It's like, if you get some energy cells, but not all of them, you still gain some bonuses, which I think is good. It's not just a complete all or nothing package, which all of the other artifact hunts are. That said, I don't remember how many batteries we need. I don't know how many we have on hand either. There's probably a way to check that. But we might end up going to the Valhalla and then plugging in a bunch of batteries and then having to leave. So we'll see how it goes. This might be a quick trip to the end of the game, or we might have to do a little bit of scavenger hunt. Alright, save and enter my ship. Okay. Do a quick bioscan. Just check how things are looking. In terms of Samus's HP. Analyzing biohazard scan. Status corrupted. Phazon level 75%. Wow, quite large. At this point, she's mostly phazon. Okay. Gaflar system. The Valhalla. Back to the haunted ghost ship, which is not even haunted, I don't think, but it's just scary. And now I may be wrong, there might be a Phantom creeping about here, secretly, and we could have no idea. Energy cell station, energy cell locked in place. Open the gates. Those things move too fast, I can't scan them. Beep. Ow. Go around. Let's see. Do you want to go up or to the right? What's over to the right? Okay. This is the room that required like 2 cells, right? Yeah. How many do I have? It doesn't say. Can I like check my inventory? Energy cells. Okay. Energy cell 3. Somewhere on Norian. Connected to generator. Energy cell 4 is somewhere on Bryo. Connect to the hidden fuel gel pumping station. Okay. Status used. Currently connected to hangar security shield system. Okay, so I have 4 on hand right now. And I have 6 in total. Okay, let's plug some in here then. What are you? Phasing! Wall-crawling shapeshifter vulnerable to physical stress. What the heck? Oh. You get yoinked. Okay. Easy peasy. Alright. What's that over there? Galactic Federation data file TF01, Talon 4 incident. Oh. Planet Talon 4, formerly a Chozo colony, was struck by a stellar object 50 years ago. Object was later determined to contain large quantities of phazon. Chozo were able to stave off the spread of phazon at the cost of many Chozo lives. The survivors abandoned the planet, fleeing to an unknown location. Decades later, hunter Samus Aran responded to a distress call in the sector and discovered a space pirate phazon mining station there. Aran eliminated both the pirate and phazon threat from the planet, though not without cost. The Talon 4 incident. Did something just like fall from the ceiling? And go thunk? That's scary. Don't do that. Missile expansion and this energy cell, different one. Status used. Lost connection from docking control mechanism. Okay, this was just... Well, that's unfortunate that I used 2 batteries for a missile expansion that I don't need. I really wish I could have undone that. Can I take them back out? Definitely not, right? They don't let you take these back out. No. Dang it. I definitely didn't need that. I should not have used 2 energy cells on that. Whoops. Well. They love you. I guess. It is what it is. But it does mean I'm almost certainly gonna have to go fish around for some more of these things. Gonna have to go back to Norion and Bryo. Like, wow, that was like an instant morph. That's weird. They don't do that normally. Okay, MedLab Alpha doesn't have anything in it, it looks like. Well, maybe it has something. Worth a look. I think this place might have had, like, phasite debris or something. No, okay, right. There was debris here, but we already cleaned it up. And there was just, like, missiles down here, I think. The consolation prize. Can't believe they took out 2 of my energy cells just for a missile tank. Like, couldn't even make it an energy tank, at least. At least something cool. What a rip. Alright. Elevate me. This door is locked. Hello. This I need seekers for. Okay. Goodbye, sir. Gotta push through the depressurization. Okay. Data for an energy cell. This one is in Skytown, connected to a storage facility cooling system. Okay, so that's the other one that I haven't picked up yet. Power conduit not energized, flow capacity at 0. What's this? Security shutter, explosive blast could probably destroy it. What do we got over here? Locked security shutter. Energy generator, power source is locked in place, output at 100%. Hello there. Okay, I think I got all the enemies in this room, it looks like. Energy cell on the pirate homeworld. What's this? Handling sealed check, be torn off with enough force. Generator offline. Multiple power sources you need to restore normal operation. Okay. This also takes 2 power cells. So plug both of these in here and see where that gets me. Bring this generator back online. You're joking. What a ripoff. A ship missile expansion? That's even more useless than a me missile expansion. God dang it. I'm getting fleeced by these things. I'm wasting all of my batteries on non-essential material. Dang it. I'm getting scammed out here on Valhalla. Who even put this shit in here? What kind of prankster thought this would be fun to put in this area? Can't even get out of here. Go up. Oh, nope. I want to go up. Can I not go back to? How do I get out of this area? Is this the exit? Did I like break this? Nope. Just has cracks on it for fun, I guess. Oh, can I just keep rolling? I thought I got stopped earlier. Okay, maybe this is still the correct way. This tube is going quite a distance. There's a dead space pirate in here. Where did this drop me at? Oh, I'm back down here. Okay. Well, that stinks. So then... I think I used my batteries on literally everything except the correct option, which was the one door that was depowered up here. It was this door was the correct choice. Dang it. Alright, well, time to go find more batteries. What a rip. Dude, don't make noises like that. I got places to be. I can't be fighting your random enemies. Can't believe it. two sets of 2 batteries given up for completely worthless item upgrades instead of the progress. Unbelievable. I could have been out of here with the information I needed, but now I have to go get like 3 more batteries. I don't know if I need all 3, but I'm probably gonna end up needing all 3 because I've wasted 4 of them now. So, alright. Cool. I guess, well, okay, I can't now because I just hit save, but I guess I could have hit reset and gotten this back, but whatever. I'm committed at this point. Let's head out to Norion. Probably be the easiest one. Because we just gotta go to that generator and do generating things. flying on into Noria. So I suppose while we're just like backtracking for nonsense now, I can talk about. I took some fun. Took a couple fun trips this past week to a couple places that were some pretty fun trips. Let's see. I went to a place called. Oh, I should have gone to that. Oh, whatever. I went with my family out to Scranton, PA, to go to a place called Steamtown, which is, it's like a national park that has a bunch of like old steam locomotives, like still on display. Like they clean them up and keep them running and do like tram tours and stuff. What is? Apparently there's something up here. I don't know how I would ever get up there. But anyways, we went because there was like a special event for the America 250 whatever, where they are getting together two of the biggest trains, the biggest steam train engines to ever exist, called the Big Boy. They're like huge. Like a regular steam locomotive is already big, and these things were like twice as big as your average steam train. It's the 4014 and the 4012 Big Boy, as they were called. And one of them was like driven in all the way from, I think it's like normally stationed out in California, and they like brought it in to Scranton where the other one it like permanently lives. So it's like a brothers reunion after like 100 years, and it was really cool to like look at them, as well as all the other stuff they had in Steamtown. But it was like it's like seeing those things in person is like, holy shit, like you really don't appreciate how big a train is from photos until you like walk next to one and you're like, what the heck. It had like, I think it had like 4 driving, or it was like a 4-8-8-4. It had like 2 sets of driving wheels, and each set had 8 driving wheels, so it was like 16 total. It was freaking crazy. Like the amount of force this thing was packing is like unreal for a train. Okay. Valhalla incident. GFS Valhalla was on a training mission after receiving new crew at Tyvus. We believe the Valhalla was ambushed en route to the training base by a fleet of pirate vessels. Data suggests the pirates were using upgraded starships powered by phazon. That, plus superior numbers, were more than the Valhalla could handle. Current whereabouts of the Valhalla are unknown. She is presumed destroyed in action. Dang. What a shame. At least we know what happened to the Valhalla. Anyway. I can open this door now because I have Sika missiles. Open up. I'm gonna steal the generator out of this room. But yeah, so that was really fun. They also had a bunch of other locomotives there too, like they had some, and they had like a museum about like the history of American railways and also that specific station that was in Scranton. It was very neat. Very cool stuff. What the heck? Oh, it's a boss fight is happening right now. Alright, sure. A metroid hatchers. Might as well be here. Okay. Okay, right. I have to shoot tentacles of this guy until they all pop. The inability to lock on to the mechanical targets is quite annoying. Pop that off. And then the other trip I took was one with a couple of friends where I went to a diner and then also a fun arcade in somewhere in Maryland. An arcade that had like a whole bunch of different pinball machines. Oh, that guy like died super fast. That was weird. And so that was fun, getting to go to a cool arcade with friends. Always enjoy a classic arcade. It was one of the like pay for entry and then everything inside is free play type, which I think is the correct way to make arcades in the modern era. None of this pay for game bullcrap. Like, you know, back in like 1983 you could get away with that, but you know, these days it's like unreasonable to be spending that much money on arcade cabinet plays when like arcades are made to like kill the player as fast as possible. Like I played a decent amount of pinball there, and if I had to pay like 25 or like 50 cents, or like some of these machines even got up to like $1 a play in some places. It's like if I had to pay that much just to like attempt to play 3 balls worth of pinball at one of these cabinets, like it would be absolute disastrous. Then, you know, add that with like the air hockey stuff and all that other all the other types of activities. Why can I not go back here? I want to go back there. Did something else open in this room after I took the battery? I was like not paying enough attention. It was just like the door opening, right? Yeah, they had a whole bunch of pinball. It was a good mix of like retro pinball, and then they also had some more modern pinball tables. They had a really ridiculous one that is it's a Pokemon pinball table. But not Pokemon pinball, no. It's Pokemon themed, and it's a pinball table. And the pinball table, it had, you know, all the people you would expect. It had, you know, Meowth, Pikachu, Charizard, you know, all the Gen 1 classics, and then they also, you know, squeezed in a Wobbuffet and Pichu, you know, all the classics you'd expect. But the thing about it is that this pinball cabinet was not made in 2000 and 1, or you know, the year you would expect from something that only has Gen 1 Pokemon referencing the anime. But no, this was made in current year. Or maybe last year. It's either last year or this year. It's like extremely new. Pokemon themed pinball table. And they, for whatever reason, it is completely, like 98% themed after Gen 1. There's like, on the art of the pinball table, if you squint, there's like a Piplup and a Bidoof and a Furfrou. And then every other Pokemon is Gen 1 or Gen 1 adjacent through the cartoon. It's nothing else. It's so ridiculous. Like, Why are we still doing this in the current year? There's 1,000 freaking Pokemon. Why are we still just using these 150 ones? Like, okay, I know the answer. It's, you know, creative bankruptcy, it's nostalgia appeal. The people going to pinball arcades these days are depressed 30-somethings who want to relive their childhood. I get it. But like, can we like cut it out? Can we stop pretending like the franchise stopped existing when Pokemon Crystal came out? I just don't get it. At the very least, the Pokemon catching mini game that pops up on like the built-in screen, like that actually did have other guys. Like one of the Pokemon I got when I was playing it, I caught like a Fletchling. And that guy's from Kalos, so I was like, okay. At least these stuff, they have like some new monsters there. But then like the other half of the time, the built-in screen was just playing clips from the anime. So, you know. It was ridiculous. It's crazy that Pokemon is acting as if it peaked in high school when it's like, bro, you have an illustrious post-university career. You don't have to keep pulling out the classics. You don't have to keep doing Charizard again. We can move past this. We can do other things. There are so many other things in this series that you could pull from, but nah. Okay. Besides that, the other pinball machines were pretty solid. They had, you know, some of the classics. They had like Black Knight 2000. They had the Doctor Who pinball machine, which is a really fun one. They got they had like one called Space Shuttle, which is my dad said it was like his favorite, so I gave that one a try. That one was pretty fun. I'm not like a pinball pro, but you know I appreciate a good pinball every once in a while. I think they're fun. I also played, there was one called like Who Done It, which had like really weird like mystery solving mechanics, which I found fascinating. And then let's see, what else was there? Another thing that they had there was they just had like a couple like video game consoles like hooked up with a couple games. Specifically, they had like an NES Classic, and then they had like an N64 that was playing Mario 64, and then they had like a Dreamcast that was playing Crazy Taxi. So I played a bit of Crazy Taxi because that's like basically an arcade game anyways, and that was fun. Wow, 800 kills from obliterating those little bugs, little butterfly guys. And then the Mario 64 file that was on there. Can I get these things to like leave me alone? Where are you coming from? What even are these? Fargle Wasp, protective of parent bioform capable of self-detonation. Did you come from this thing? What is that? Is that a Fargle, I guess? Fargle Hatcher. Able to jam incoming missiles, mouth with only attack. What is this enemy? I've like never seen this thing before. We're in the end game. What do you mean you're just like inventing new enemies? Hello? What are you? Get blasted. Oh, oops. Can you stop spitting Fargles at me? I'm trying to do a morph ball. Open up. What is this enemy? I wonder if this guy is like anywhere else. Anyway, so the Mario 64 file that was like playing on that console was at like, it was at 51 stars. It was like going around Wet Dry World. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'll do the funny. So when, you know, other people had stopped playing it, so it was free game, I went over and I went up to the endless staircase and I hit the BLJ and I just went and did Bowser in the sky and then beat the game and just left it rolling on the end credits just for fun. Which is something I like doing because it's like weirdly common at like arcades, and also like whenever I go to like MagFest, it also has the same thing where there's like consoles around that are just like passively playing classic games such as Mario 64. Anytime I see a Mario 64 out in the wild that is like close to I could just go do a BLJ, I will just do a BLJ and then beat the final boss, because I think it's just very funny to do that sort of thing. How do I get up there from here? Do I have to do like a bomb jump? That almost worked. Hi Shiny, how's it going? We're doing the scavenger hunt at the end of the game. Well, all that gave me was a missile expansion? What a rip. We're going around collecting energy cells so that we can repower the GFS Valhalla. Okay. Lots of war golems, peace appears to be missing. Okay. Right. Where was there was like a giant golem head around somewhere. I don't remember where it was though. Is it like over here or somewhere? In the hidden court, maybe? Somewhere around here was the giant head we can drop on that golem. Let's see. Logbook. Lore. Galactic Federation data. No, not what I wanted. Where's the... creatures? No. Objectives. Where is the... energy cell? Oh, okay, right. I click on these ones, okay. One in Norion. Okay, this one in Bryo. 48 gel. It indicates energy cells connected to hidden fuel gel pumping station. So, presumably that means the hidden court is where we want to find it. So, okay. So, come back here and then go through the blue door. Alright. Which I've been knowing that we needed to go to that. I'm pretty sure like early in the game I was like, there's an energy cell here, I don't know how to get it, but we'll figure it out so that we can get the end game. And then after this there's one more energy cell that is on Skytown. Get these freaking things away from me. Why'd they just, like, invent a new enemy for, like, the end? Like, I've been in that room before, and that guy wasn't there. Very strange. Okay. Dang it. Can I get back up easily? Okay, yeah, I can grapple that. I don't have to climb the whole way around. "900 kills. I've killed 100 enemies in the last, like, 3 minutes, apparently. Just from those weird little bugs crashing into me 100 times, probably. Okay. GF fuel gel pumping things offline. Large battery appears to have been removed from it. I swear this is where you're supposed to get an energy cell. I can see on the map there's something like directly in front of me. How do I get it? What do I do to get it? I have to like use my x-ray visor or something? What is that over there? Oh, that's just the door. I can't like call my ship to do something here, right? I can, what the heck? Gunship not carrying an object suitable for its location. What would I drop over here? Literally, what would go up there? And where would I find it? Okay. Maybe near the crash site? Like, if there's gonna be Federation tech somewhere, it would probably be there. And it's gotta be somewhere within walking distance, because you can't pilot the ship while it's carrying something. So that's, you know, positive at least. Oh wait, I should probably do a screw attack over there. Have I done that already? I'm pretty sure I certainly have done that already. Have I not? Alright, I'll do that on the way back. Okay. Can I take this thing? Nope. Can't do it with that. Oh, what's this? Vacuum hatch closed. Hatch can only be open from the inside. How would I get to the inside? That's a tube network thing. I guess there's some tubes over here. Tube! And I just come out of that too. I guess it like opens really quick and then closes again. Whatever. Okay. Is there anything I can scan over here? Just like pick it up? Maybe. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe the Grand Court has something? I don't know. What's up, bro? I'm gonna look this up real quick, just because I don't want to, like, wander around aimlessly too much. Okay. Hidden Court. Prime 3. Picking up an energy generator in North Jungle Court. Where is that? Side of here, Grand Court. Grand Court Path. Gel Pool. Ruined Shrine, Hidden Court. Hall of the Golems, Colossus Vista. Falls of Fire, GFS Theses Crash Site, Gateway. Gateway Hall, Cliffside Aerodrome. North Jungle Court. Okay. But to get that, I need to open the pathway at the Colossus Vista. I know I saw the head for that giant golem. Where was it? Fuel gel pool. Okay. Where is the fuel gel pool? Right over there. Okay. I need to go... Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack. Okay, back through the crash site. When I get to the hidden court, I'm gonna go to the orange door. Fuel gel pool. Then, I'm gonna go to the Colossus Vista. Okay. I gotta, like, plan out my route. Okay. Welcome to Jungle Court. The Honorable Judge Parrot presides. Hello, Naran. How are you doing today? I'm currently doing the classic Metroid Prime maneuver of collecting a bunch of gubbins right before you can actually finish the game. And the unfortunate thing is I had enough energy cells to theoretically get the thing we needed out of the Valhalla, but I got unlucky in which plugs I slotted them into. So instead, I got a missile expansion and a ship missile expansion, which are completely useless and do not help me get to the end of the game. So now we're running around completing ridiculous quests where I got to, like, use my ship grapple beam 100 times on Bryo in order to solve for an energy cell. You love the gubbin hunt, or you should say you love the idea of the gubbin hunt. Yeah. It's quite a promising idea, the gubbin hunt. And I think in many ways it is kind of fun. But sometimes it sucks a little bit. I think this version of it is the best version in the series, though. Maybe the original artifacts might be better, but it's definitely at least a second place, if not first. The way it's handled in Echoes is bad, and boy, don't get me started on what the hell Prime 4 makes you do at the end of the game. Yeah, the invisible keys in Prime 2 are just, like, they're not fun to engage with, they're not really fun to find, they're just kind of a pain. And you can't get, like, 90% of them until endgame anyways. But I think the energy cells in this game, you can actually, like... A couple of them you get just from, like, doing the main story. Basically. And then you can also find a lot more just, like, naturally. Like, I don't think I went out of my way to find super many energy cells, but by the time this stream started, I had 6 of the 9 of them acquired. Which, in theory, I think you only need 5 of them to beat the game, too, which is fun. If you don't waste them on the optional shit, you only need 5 of them to complete the game, and not the whole 9 set, which is, like, a huge improvement. Now let's pick that thing up. I want to go drop it off over there. Yeah, okay. Oh, oh. There's a thingy here I never opened. Secret lore. Bryonian data, struggle of exiles. As the followers of the primal tradition celebrated their victory, a number of surviving science lords gathered in a hidden sanctuary. It was there that our foolishness became obvious and we regretted ignoring the Chozo's warning. We realized the folly of following the ways of science with blind faith and the peril of all Bryo. The contamination left from the battles was spreading and would soon scour the remaining fertile lands, leaving naught but ash. If left unaided, Bryo would lose what few safe lands and water remained. Once more, our great minds turned to a grand task, planetary salvation. As our enemies searched the lands for us, the last lords of science, we created our final machines and launched them into the heavens. Go up. There we go. Look at this giant golem that's like entrenched in the wall. Like hand is sticking out here. And it's like his leg down there. Excuse me, just trying to get up. There we go. This is not even the way out of this room. There we go. Come on. Zoom! Okay. Then we come over here. And we drop that giant Yolem head right there. Ka-chonk. Bam! Big smash. Smashma. For that, my reward is a worthless ship missile expansion. Pop quiz in chat, when was the last time I fired ship missiles at something? Because I don't know. It's been long enough that I don't know the answer. I guess it was opening the door to the Leviathan. Which was like a story scripted moment, and you only needed one missile for that. Rotate the bridge into place. Exciting stuff. Oh. Oh. Ah, come on. You don't gotta do it like that. Oh no! That's such a weird challenge. There we go. Energy tank acquired. Excellent. Why is it just like... Why is it like perfectly wide at this platform but it'll like slide you right off when you get down here? It looks like I have to activate that from the other side in order to get through, so we'll have to go the long way over to the North Jungle Court, which is annoying because that literally this room is our objective. So okay, we gotta go to get back to our ship and fly to Thorn Jungle Air Dock and go the whole way around. All right, awesome. This one's like a premier time waster. What the hell? That guy took a screw attack and didn't even care. Enemy's crazy. Get these freaking little butterflies out of my way. Zoom! Okay. And then put this way to the ship. There it is. The hangar bay, right there. Get blasted. You want a hangar bay? Hangar bay, they do sound pretty cool. It'd be pretty rad to have one. Although, I always wonder why it's called a hangar, because I don't think anything is hanging in there. If you're rich, you'd get a piece of property in Oklahoma and have a little plane hangar out there. Did planes not used to have landing gear, and so they would have to, like, literally hang them in the air or something? Like, why are they called that? Being able to say, hey, come hang out in my hangar would be pretty awesome. Okay. I'm over to Thorn Jungle Air Dock. Alright. Comes from a French word that means enclosure around a house. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, this freaking song again. Okay. So we're just going straight through here, and then we're turning left when we get to the junction. Okay. Get boost balled, loser. I got places to be. I got boost ball here for fun. Yeah, why not? I'm already balling. Whoops. I might as well. Give me this missile tank. Get out of here. I bet you'd never turn into the rare red phazoid, would you? They're lame. They would never do something fun. But this one might. Ow. There it is. The rare red phazoid. Red phazoid defeated. I got my credit. Okay. Get out of the freaking way. I'm done with you now. Okay. To the left. Over this way. The shortest elevator of all time? That could have just been a staircase. But I guess it's an elevator so that they don't let you, like, leave when there's enemies around. Alright, give me that battery. I'm coming in to yoink that. Mine now. And that opens up a secret tube underneath. It leads to the other side of this bridge. Let me up. It's crazy how much Samus looks like Dark Samus now. He's like completely black and blue. Okay, I'm gonna want to get to the hidden court. So I want to go up and take the Morphball path once again. Oh, dang it. Stupid little thingies bumped me off the platform. There's this annoying enemy that exists in this one room and nowhere else in the game, apparently. Alright. Drop the generator. That activated a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but literally the only reason we wanted to do that is just so that we could open up that energy cell. GF fuel gel pumping crane in standby mode. Access to upper security hatch permitted. Energy generator online, power being supplied to pump operating at 75% capacity. Wow. Alright. Yoink! Now carrying 2 energy cells, just 1 left. And back to the hangar bay, and then we'll fly off to Skytown for the last one. Get over here, my ship. Alright. Whoop! Galaxy map. Off to Elysia. And let's park at landing site A, because that's in the middle of it, so... No matter where I need to go, landing site A will get me the closest to it. Presumably. Spaceship noises. Boy, these cutscenes take a while. It's like 5 separate cutscenes. There's the fly away from the surface of the planet, fly away from the planet into space, fly through space, fly onto the surface, fly into the new planet from space, and then land on the surface of the planet. Each one of those like a separate, discrete cutscene. Okay. 1 energy cell I'm missing is in the storage facility cooling system. So, where's the storage room? Security station, Spire Dock, security tube, Skytrain West, escape pod. Oh, right, the rest of this is over here now, because the giant... The boss arena got, like, launched away. Okay. Looking for storage. Powerworks. Nope. Ballista storage. Looks like that's it. Okay. So, I actually can't get there from where I'm at because of the missing thing. The missing link. I don't know, maybe I can get from the Spire Dock to over there, but presumably not. It looks like a pretty big gap. Oh no, that is still... Suppose we'll see. Won't take too long to check. Let's see, can I get anywhere from here still, or what? Okay, the cannon still works. Ooh. That takes me to exactly where I want to be. Excellent. I still don't like the way that this power station is so rickety. Get bowling. You're my 1000th kill through bowling. Gotta charge up the cannon. Launch! Okay. Ah. Charge that up. What does that do for me now? Connecting lift system is now online and ready for use. Okay, cool. Lift me up. Whee! Okay. Malfunction crane control. Okay. Elevate me. Or I guess de-elevate me. Is it still an elevator if you're going lower? These are the mysteries. Okay. Take me down here. Oh, hello. Lovely gentleman. Nice to see you. Are these like stronger versions? Let's explode these fans. Alright, I'm stealing your energy cell, bro. Skill issue. Hyper mode failure. Jerk. I have X-ray visor now, loser. How do you like that, huh? Alright, get me out of here. Cool. Well, that was a quick and easy one. Let's go back to Valhalla. Huh? Yeah, take me back down. Okay. Oh, you wouldn't. Wait, does this take... that still let me land over there? Hang on. I got... Okay. Alright. Launch me back. Achoo! Back to the other side of this. Pictures over. I'll leave one survivor to tell the story. Okay. Ouchies. Alright. Scavenger hunt complete. Fastest we ever done it. Back to the Valhalla. Chunk. The Gathlar system. Back to the Valhalla. She's literally so blue. Open up. Climbing on up. Politely wait for the lightning bolt to cease. Activate the elevator. And then we plug one in right in here. Chunk. Did I get a notification on my phone? What's happening here? Hey. Stop that. What is this notification I got? Oh, okay. My sister sent me a YouTube video. I will watch that later. Right. Board the Leviathan battleship. I literally know what I'm doing. We went there already, and we needed to come back so we could get the special codes. Why is the game telling me to go somewhere I can't go yet? Yeah, looks like puncture wounds detected on target's back suggests the attacker came through the wall. Trooper was impaled on an energy scythe before being thrown into canisters. Scurry door has been blown out from its position. Phazon-based explosives are likely the cause. Energy burns on Trooper's armor indicate he was flung by an explosion into the window. Scans detect life support systems of subject's suit malfunction. Trooper suffocated to death. Ouch. Subject appears to have been attacked from behind. All life energy was siphoned. Alright, hang on. Bring that door back. I've never seen a green Federation door before. Open that up. Oh, this guy's like ensnared in the phazon. Begun the process of absorbing this dead trooper's body. Yeesh. this ooze out of here. Blast door's locked. Hull breach has been contained. Security override disabled. Debris covered with high amounts of phazon wreckage suggests a weapon was detonated here. Phazon spraying out from this target suggests the PED tank malfunctioned. Wow, it's like coming out through their face. Sheesh. Oh no, I accidentally shot that trooper. They like wiped into phazon. Damn, what a way to go. Okay. Here's the final energy cell data area, which we already have got this one, yeah. I guess the final two places in which we gotta plug one in. Mechanisms and walls malfunctioned. Walkway ramps locked. Return power to local stations to move walkways into place. Device displays data for energy cell. Info move to logbook. Shattered structures all remains of the tank that housed the ship's Aurora unit. Severed cables appear to have been violently torn apart from their connection with the AU. Oh, so this is the AU room. AU is connected into this platform. Debris suggests it was forcefully removed. This system offline. Restore power to resume normal operations. Okay. Security hatch control mechanism malfunctioning. Strong blast probably loosened and jammed parts. Flap. There we go. Open those things up. Mechanism resumed operations functioning normally. Alright, let's plug these things in. The trunk and ka-chunk. Bridges deployed. Elevator activated. What are we looking at down there? Oh, great. It's another one of these idiots. Awesome. Get down here, bro. Where are you going? To get all the way over there to, like, untangle your danglers. Ow. Dang it. Put your tentacle away, Hatcher. Get down from there, huh? How did I, like, quick kill that other one? I, like, managed to kill that guy with only taking, like, 2 tentacles away instead of having to do all 4. How did I do that? Did I, like, phazon grapple yoink him or something? Okay, well. This is gonna be a 6-phase boss fight, apparently. There we go, finally. There we go, yoink that. I thought it was something to do with the phazon grapple being able to, like, steal energy from it, but no, I think the quick kill I got on that other one must have just been like a fluke or something, or maybe it just dies really quick in that specific area. I have no idea. Weird. Did I even need to fight that thing? Could I theoretically have just left the room? I assume the doors probably were locked, but I didn't check. Gotta fight through the pressurization. Oh. Bro, come on. Don't be like that. Bioform is flatlined, cause of death, puncture wounds from multiple attackers, and also the metroid literally sucking on its head, seen 10 seconds ago. Okay. Data backup terminal online. Enter the proper code, access the backup files of the ship. Target was part of an energy generation system that fed power into the Aurora unit. Trooper appears to have been cornered before being impaled with a pirate melee weapon. Model PDA commonly used by Fed personnel. The current display reads 78356. Trooper was violently thrown against the wall, subject's neck is broken. Target's body has suffered a large number of energy burns from phazon-based weapons. Pirate corpse riddled with wounds from Federation Machine's assault rifle. Bioform died from internal bleeding from assault rifle wounds. Melee weapon is missing. Galactic Federation data file AN-044 Anhur incident. Planet Ether, home of the Luminoth, was struck by a phazon meteor 5 decades ago. The impact had catastrophic effects on the already unstable planet, creating a dark twin of the planet and a dire race known as the Ing. A brutal war between the twin planets took place, with the Ing gaining the upper hand. GFS Tyr went to the sector to investigate pirate activity, but were forced to make an emergency landing on Ether. Shortly after, the entire crew of Tyr was attacked and annihilated by the Ing. Hunter Samus Aran was sent to investigate and wound up entangled in the local conflict. Aran fought against both space pirates and Ing and arose victorious. Ether's dark twin vanished, taking with it the Ing horde, and the planet's peace was finally restored. After the Ether incident, the Federation sent the GFS Anhur back to Ether to deal with the pirate base. Upon arrival, the crew and marines of the Anhur assisted the native Luminoth in dismantling an abandoned space pirate mining facility. During the operation, the crew detected the presence of phazon. The ship's crew investigated and collected several kilograms of ore, which would later lead to development of the PED. Okay. Putting in my password. There was like a collection of secret codes that showed up the other day. Let me try typing any of these in. Special access codes. 28413. Nope, that's not it. I wonder if I have to type those into like Samus's ship. Okay. What did this PDA say? 78356. Okay.
Data log entry 2467.3.
67.
This will be the last communication of the GFS Valhalla. Our efforts to repel the space pirate boarding force have failed. They have successfully removed the primary mounting structure around our stasis tank. It is obvious now that they intend to extract us from the Valhalla. It is vital that the Federation receive this transmission, severing main power. A large bioform is creating a wormhole, implant into sentient planet, which is the source of all phazon, darkness coming.
Secret message discovered. Okay, now can I type in one of these codes? 2841. No, still doesn't do anything. Backup power supply empty, restore energy to the device. We've got unknown access code required. Okay. Alright, let's type in the double guns, the hook, the visor, and the atom. Pirate code acquired. Objective completed.
The data you just acquired appears to be a Space Pirate Leviathan command code. It is likely that this code could allow us to control the Leviathan in orbit above the pirate home world. Find a way onto the Leviathan and use that code.
The pirate home world. Why'd they say it like that? Let's get the heck off of this spaceship. This old rust bucket. Okay, open up the door. Chunk. What the hell are you doing here, bud? Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pass right by. Alright. End game is now. Save and enter ship. Fly back out to Pirate Home World. I believe the command center is where we want to fly into. Okay, flying out of the ship, flying away from the ship into space. And then we have to fly through the empty space. And fly into the pirate homeworld. And then we have to land specifically at this docking site. Quite a process. Alright, afternoon, trooper.
Most of the pirates have retreated underground. We've got this area covered.
Cool. Let's go. Passing right by their giant generator stuff. Heading up in the elevator. But you know, earlier I was talking about how the pirates in this game contrast everyone else by having trains instead of elevators, but I guess I forgot that they do also have elevators as well. Just that the trains are more notable. Riding on the train. I do love that they have a train network map, though. Every train network needs to have a map like this, with the colored lines everywhere. I mean, is it really a train system if you don't have a map with colored lines? Let's be real here. Warp! I'm back, Leviathan. I'm plugging into you, and now I've got the data I need. Objective completed. Control codes entered. Federation has gained control of the Leviathan.
Samus, we have gained control of the Leviathan. Now we'll be able to open a wormhole and warp to phase. It's time to end this. Once you rendezvous with the fleet, we'll head straight into the belly of the beast. I look forward to fighting alongside you again, Samus. Godspeed.
Press 1 to go to the map screen. I guess now we just go... Okay, so we want to go over there. Rendezvous with the fleet, as he said. Warping back out of the Leviathan. Alright, we're gonna send this thing crashing right back where it came from. Or so help me. Riding on the train.
Take heed, Samus. Once you join the fleet and the wormhole to phase is opened, there is no turning back. Please be sure to prepare yourself. We wish you the best of luck.
Yep. I would not expect anything less. This is, as they say, a point of no return. That's fine. I'm not going for 100%. I haven't done it in any of these because going for 100% takes forever, and it's not particularly thrilling. Like, I like going for 100% on my own time. I think I've gotten 100% in every Troid game that I have played. But it's not like super exciting. Usually I just do it because I like seeing the different sort of puzzles and the places that they hide them. But after a certain point it just becomes looking up maps and cross-referencing them with your maps and then trying to find like the 1 or 2 missing thingies. Alright. Off to phase. Let's do it.
Samus's ship has joined the fleet.
Thank you, Ensign. Leviathan Command, you are clear to fire the portal beam. Once the wormhole is open, order all ships to enter.
Affirmative, Admiral. Message to all ships. Prepare for entry. Maintain battle formation Titus.
Oh, look at that wormhole. So swirly whirly. We have arrived at phase. The space pirates are waiting for us. I forgot there was like a big space battle here. It's like the end of a Star Wars movie. Now we're flying down to the surface, crashing down. This place is so cool and so weird. Whoa. The atmosphere here is supercharging. The entire freaking planet's made of phazon. Phazon overload, press A to vent energy tanks. Venting energy tanks. Due to critical levels of internal phazon corruption, the emergency vent override has been triggered by the PED suit. All acquired energy tanks have been vented to temporarily prevent total corruption. Hyper mode weapons no longer require the extinguishing of an energy tank to use. You are now permanently in hyper mode. Unfortunately, this vent override can no longer be used. Damage, as well as exposure to phase's atmosphere, will continue to raise your phazon level. Your phazon level is shown as a yellow bar at the top of the HUD. If your phazon level fills completely, you will die. Gunship no longer identifies you as Samus due to near total corruption. Access to ship is not permitted.
Invalid. Invalid command. Invalid command.
Scary. Pulsing spores of this fungus emit the scent of decay. No profile matches in databank. Massive tentacles grow from deep within the planet's surface. They appear semi-sentient. Crystallized phazon is hardened over time, but appears vulnerable to explosive blasts. Species identified glowstem, bioluminescent plant life that contains high radiation radius. Structure appears to be some sort of cocoon. Its outer membrane appears to be quite durable. Look at the toothy door. For opening allows creatures to quickly exit their nest and attack. A strong blast would collapse it. So it needs to be... charge this thing with phazon energy. Heck of a fall. Target identified a metroid egg, completely saturated with phazon. Faint life signs detected within. Ow. Get off me. What are these? Phazon tendrils will tangle around anything that gets too close but can't grab smooth surfaces. Cluster of large crystals growing through cavern wall, vulnerable to explosive blasts. Black phazon crystals have hardened over time, vulnerable to heavy blasts. Using the energy grapple to send phazon into things is a good way of getting the meter down. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to fall down. Open up. Come on. There we go. Using the voltage grapple to like send power into things is like just a little bit inconsistent. If you like start pressing it too early, it like freaks out. It's annoying. Pop all these giant buds. Morphology phazon puffer. Absorbs nearby phazon energy from nearby biohomes to power its own attacks. So taking it from me. Oh, that's thanks, bro. Who's that? A gel sack. Right. Dude, even my screw attack is blue now. All blue all the way down. What is this? Phazon mass is a hardened shell sustained by surrounding growths. Destroying them made damage. Wow. Growths feed off phazon lightning discharges, but will overrate much energy provided. Tangleweed. That's just regular tangleweed, apparently. Laser beam all of these. No reason not to just be constantly holding down the lightning button. Okay. Gotta keep climbing ever deeper. Or I guess not climbing, the opposite of climbing. Descending. Now this is level design. What is this thing? Maw appears to be a small portion of a much larger organism will attack within striking distance. Wow. Scary. Get away from me. What's the deal with this thing? Exposed membranes, a small section of a nest which contains hundreds of juvenile metroids. Wow. What's this thing? Creature's optical organ, vulnerable shots protected by thick plating. Plating protects an antenna. Only when that plating is open will the antenna be vulnerable. Hey, back off, you guys. What are these? Burrow opening made of hardened phazon too strong to be collapsed. Scans indicate connection between nearby bioforms and this phazon mass. This is the part where I just start blasting. I love how responsive the phazon missiles are compared to regular missiles. Like, I don't think they have the homing action, but, you know, fine trade-off. It means they, like, blast instantly. Overload those guys with phazon to lower my own levels. Alright, jumping down a big hole. What the fuck is this thing? Bioform species unknown. Boy, even they don't know what the hell this thing is. Mouth interior piece vulnerable. Damage it to loosen its grip. Please let go of me. Freaky. Hardened phazon throwing open explosive blast may be able to shatter it. So many giant drops going deep low. Serpentine organ serves as a leviathan womb. Tissue on the sides look like it could be torn off. These husks are identical to the bioform you encountered within the crater on Talon 4. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are Metroid Prime exoskeletons up there. Wow, that's crazy. Get off. Oh, yeah, I forgot I can do that. I don't have to, like, drop a bomb to get them off me. You just electrify them to death with phazon. That's crazy. I love how this game recontextualizes the first two primes. Okay. Sides of the organ have been ripped off. The Leviathan infant within is now vulnerable. Seal covering lower chamber. Phazon emanating from below. Strong explosion could damage it. Bam! Bam. How do I shoot the thing inside of this? Oh. That's not it, is it? I guess it is. Leviathan infant. Leviathan in early development. Phazon within is highly unstable. Where'd it go? Did it go to the other side, I guess? Get out of here. I really gotta shoot this thing, apparently. It is taking damage from this, right? I'm like pretty sure. Feedback here is not the best. Yeah, it does look like it's flashing red. I guess you just really have to keep blasting it for like a real long time, I guess. I guess some new enemies have obstacles have showed up, so that's probably indicative of something that's happening, right? There we go. Bam! Get blasted. Enemy identified. Large anti-phazon unit. Absorbs 50 units of phazon. Oh. Alright, jumping down into yet another giant pit. Now entering a dark pit. Oh, there's metal down here. Quite strange. Ow. Look who it is. My loathsome copy. Dark Samus. Morphology Dark Samus. Phazon energy-based entity disrupted by hypermode attacks. Target is composed of pure phazon energy and is highly unstable. Scans indicate that hypermode attacks are capable of disrupting her, likely a result of hypermode being energized by Samus's body. Dark Samus is capable of generating echoes of herself to aid her in battle. These units will be used as increased firepower and act as distractions while she replenishes her energy. They should be destroyed immediately. She is capable of absorbing energy from phase to replenish her own. I do have a complaint. I've talked about it before. I don't like how this game made Dark Samus less creaturey for design. Like, she doesn't have, like, the weird gaps in her shoulders that, like, view into her inside, and she doesn't have, like, the, like, organic feet and hands anymore. They made her more like a mech suit, which I think is backwards from what it should be, because phase in this game is like established as something completely, it's like a biological horror. So to make Dark Samus so more artificial looking in this game feels like completely backwards, but... And also it's just less cool, simply, than the original Prime 2 design. But at least she still does this cool shit. Splitting into echoes. I love the little, like, side kick flip that she does. I think that's, like, one of her Smash Bros. Victory poses, is she, like, does the duplication trick and then, like, hits a cool pose. Get blasted. What the heck are you guys? Quit healing. Get blasted. It's over, Dark Samus. Choo! It's not over yet. She stole the Aurora unit from the Valhalla. Dark Samus repulsed. The Aurora unit. Morphology, Aurora Unit 313. Hatch on its head protects core, damaged core to sever cables. Aurora 313 has somehow been fused with the bioessence of Dark Samus. While combat shields protect most of the unit, a weak spot has been detected at the cable junction. Damaging the unit's core will expose this point, but the core itself is protected by an armored hatch. Tentacle ports can be damaged to initiate stunning cerebral feedback pulses within the target. While incapacitated, the hatch will be unprotected and able to be pulled open. This unit has been heavily mutated by phazon exposure. It appears to be symbiotically connected to the planet Phase as well. Get blasted. Yoink. Open up your weak point. Sending out Dark Samus echoes. What the hell, this one turned into a ball. Why are you a ball, huh? What are you doing, huh? Stop zooming around so I can scan Dark Echo, facsimile created by Dark Samus susceptible to hyper mode attacks. Nearly blasted all the way to death on that one. I'm all anti-phazon. Quit balling around, loser. Alright. Show me your weak tentacle. Yep. And... bam! Now it's free-floating. Morphology. Aurora Unit 313. Severed cable is exposed to weak point, vulnerable to attack. Looks kind of like a giant crab. Get blasted by my awesome phazon missile. Oh my god, whoa! That attack was so powerful. It lagged the hell out of the emulator. That was crazy. Plan. Aurora Unit 313 defeated. Ow. Yeah, get out of here. Get exploded. Oh, the corruption. It's gone. We're normal now. Hashtag normal.
We have confirmed unstable energy spikes in multiple locations on the planet.
It's a chain reaction. It's accelerating. The planet's going to explode.
Order the fleet to disengage and prepare to retreat. Activate the Leviathan's warp field. Get us out of here.
We gotta get the heck out of here. Like zoinks. Holy moly. They made it out. But what about Samus?
Damage reports coming in. We've lost 37% of the fleet. Half of the surviving ships are reporting heavy casualties.
Sir, we've confirmed the wormhole has disappeared. All the Leviathans are gone. The crisis is over.
What about Samus?
Negative, sir. No contact.
Oh, she made it. Don't worry about it. Thumbs up, buddy. She made it. I love that thumbs up.
Receiving a transmission from Samus's ship.
Mission complete. You're here. Hi, Mega. You're here just in time for the ending. What about Silex? We'll remember him. He did get impaled badly. But... And my other friend Gore. We were hanging out. And then he threw my ship at me. And then he died badly as well. And... my other friend Gendreda, who was an awesome shapeshifter. And she died like tears in rain, gone. All because of the Dark Samus phazon. Hope you had fun. I did. I accidentally wasted all of my energy cells on optional stuff, so I had to go back and grab all of the ones that I didn't get yet, when I easily could have finished the stream, like, probably an hour earlier, but whatever. I had fun. Metroid Prime 3, pretty cool. There are some bits that I think are definitely weaker than the other two Primes, but I also think that this game is really cool. I think the story is very fun. I am a noted enjoyer of when the Metroid's games get a little bit more involved with the story. I know a lot of people in the fan base are like, oh, story doesn't matter. All NPCs should shut up forever and just let me, like, walk around a planet and solve puzzles. And it's like, that stuff is great, you know, but you really need something to bite on, like, something that will keep you interested in the world. And I think the Prime games all do very good at that, and Prime 3 especially, the big Leviathan, the phazon crisis, I think is really cool. And I really like how it ties together the events of Prime 1 and 2 more concretely and explains why both of those games happened, which I think is really cool. And then I also think the energy cells are cool. They are probably the best version of the artifact hunt, although it's hard to beat the swag of the original one. What?
Against phazon has ended. However, in the vast regions of space, this victory is just a twinkle of a star, spreading the light of hope through the darkness.
I forgot there was dialogue in this ending credits. Samus defeating Phazon was just a twinkle of hope, or whatever she just said. But yeah, this is the last good Metroid game I'm gonna play for a while, unfortunately. Because up next, after this, we got the 1-2 punch of Other M into Federation Force, which is gonna be awesome. I mean, Other M, I can gain some enjoyment from, just from like laughing at the bits that stink. And I think some parts of that game is fun, and I do like the characters, some of them. But you know, not gonna pretend that game doesn't stink. And I mean, Federation Force, maybe it's awesome, but we don't know. And then once I get through those, then I get to play both versions of the Metroid 2 remake back to back. I get to play the fan version and then the official version. And then we're back in the... We're at the peak, we hit Metroid Dread, and then we immediately plummet back down with Metroid Prime 4. But that'll be the far future at this point, so... But with this, the Prime trilogy ends, and a whole era comes to an end, really. This is like the end of classic Metroid, I would say. Well, maybe people would call the end of classic Metroid like Metroid Fusion, but I think this is like when it stops, and then Other M and Federation Force and those games are like a different sort of thing. Trying to think of what else to say. I really like the planets on this game. I think they're very cool. I love the history of Brio. I like Elysia and Skytown as another different glimpse at Chozo culture. I love how the Chozo are not a monolith. On different planets, there are like different sects of the Chozo that do different things. Like, compared to the Chozo of Town 4, who are very like religious and very, you know, kind of like gravelly. Like they did a lot of like stonework and statues and like very like can't, I want to say analog, but that's not like the right word for it, but like, you know what I mean, versus the Chozo who created Skytown are like complete opposite. Like they are super techy, like the entire area is like floating on rockets. Huh? Okay. It's like a really steampunk sort of area, although not really steampunk, but it's, you know, steam power, big gears, you know, giant floating city. It's very like what's the BioShock Infinite? I don't remember what the city in that game is called, but very similar vibe to that. And then, you know, all of the Chozo at this point are gone, but they left the robots, the mechanoids, behind to like live in Skytown and like upkeep it, which I think is really cool. And yeah. And then the lore on the Brio about like the war between the Lords of Science and the traditional religious sect, and how it like was a Pyrrhic victory. They finally destroyed all of the Science Lords, but without the knowledge of the Science Lords, they just evolved into animism, and basically like went feral is like a really like cool story to have, just as like purely as justification for like random enemies that you fight. It's like, it's so cool just to have that sort of thing. And then being able to go to the space pirate homeworld and like see their culture like up front and personal is also like really, really rad. Especially because like the first 2 Prime games, you learn so much about what the space pirates are like as a people that you like being able to see their society firsthand is like such a cool reward. And then also you get to like shoot a billion of them in the face. Ironically, I feel like the space pirates on their homeworld fight you the least. Like, compared to how many space pirates you have to fight in Prime 1 and 2, and even like earlier in this game, you fight like basically none of them while on their homeworld, which is really funny to me. And then, I've already said it, but Phase is just so cool. I'm a sucker for like giant planetoid like organisms. Like, I love Phase, I love Unicron from Transformers, who's like a similar sort of thing. Like a giant planet-sized bioweapon. I think it's just like a really cool like thing to have. Does it raise 1 billion questions that they don't answer? Yes, but who cares? It's really cool. And that's what sci-fi is. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Prime 3. It's very awesome and very cool, and I like it. I also really like the plotline with Samus's fellow hunters and how you take their upgrades, and also the plotline with like the corruption and further gaining phazon abilities. It's just, there's so much cool integration of gameplay and story in Prime 3 that I feel like no other game in the Metroid series really hits, besides Fusion maybe. It's just so cool. I think I like Prime 3 more after replaying it than I did originally. Yeah. Very fun game. And with that, I'm not gonna dilly-dally any longer. I will see you all next time. Tune in Wednesday for maybe Deltarune, but it's kind of unlikely. But we'll see. Something will happen Wednesday regardless, so look forward to that. And then next Monday will be the beginning of Metroid Other M. Very exciting stuff. Everyone's gotta tune in for that one. We love Other M. And happy Pride. This is the last stream of Pride Month, because next one Wednesday is July 1st. So that's, happy Pride. Hell yeah. Trans rights and all that. And with that, I will see you all next time. Good night. I need to turn how do I... There we go. Good night.